I am the Dread Canary. The game is Against the Storm, and we are continuing our 6th attempt at an Iron Man run where every difficulty is beaten twice, with a goal of getting through Prestige 20 without ever dropping a game. I'm not certain I'm good enough to do this, but I keep trying in the hopes that we get there someday, and we're having quite a lot of fun along the way, so it's probably worth doing. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at our deeds, you'll see that we're up to 18 games won, so it is time to go ahead and increase that difficulty. We go over to our upgrades, we can see that we've gone a little bit up the tech tree, but that the things that are available to be unlocked have several floors before we get to the actual level that we're at. Let's go ahead and... Forbidding consumption and favoring species is actually quite good. Plus, we have a lot of machinery already, so what we really need is food stuff. And let's be honest, I love a Coral Forest game, so let's do a Coral Forest game. Go ahead and call ourselves on Prestige 6. Let's just call ourselves something like Corostia. That sounds fun. Grab some lizards, grab some beavers. That feels like a good mix to me. And with lizards and beavers, I think I'm going to go ahead, bring some starting bricks. And you know what? Let's get some starting cloth too. We're just going to go for building materials this one and hope that works out. We'll go ahead and embark. And meanwhile, I'm going to go over here. And we are going to look for some royalty-free music because I still don't trust the game system. Got our trusty... Oop, that's too loud. There we go. And away we go. Let's take a look at our mysteries, shall we? Free resin from trees. That's great. We don't usually get that on this biome. Burning takes longer. Okay, not too bad. Favoring is unable. Well, the hearth is still being corrupted. Okay, well, we gotta deal with blight. You just gotta deal with it. 10% chance of eating twice as much, and services or people take long breaks. Well, everything seems to happen in Hostility 4, so we should have a pretty smooth early game. And of course, we have all of our usual buffs and debuffs from the Coral Forest, plus all the debuffs from Prestige, and now that we're on 6, villagers have a chance of eating twice as much, so they're definitely going to be eating a ton of food, so we'll need to get on top of that. We have a couple of dangerous glades nearby. Let's go ahead and drop a woodcutter's camp over here, and we'll go ahead and drop another one down here. Now, of course, we only have 24 parts, and each of these is going to take 3, so that leaves us with 18, and regular camps take 5. So, between our stonecutter's camp and our trapper's camp and our forager's camp, we're not going to have a whole lot left. Go ahead and just road it up around the hearth. Set ourselves to speed 3, and let's get going. I'm going to put the beavers down here. And we'll make this our temporary housing area. And of course, because it's this channel, we'll fill in a nice comforting wall to get us started. Ooh, okay. Newcomers coming faster? No, thank you. We get too many newcomers with the new settings anyway, so there's no reason to do that. And let's go ahead. Minus hostility when we loot caches. That seems pretty good. Bonus herb and root productions the more we make biscuits. Well, beavers like biscuits. Lizards don't like biscuits. And we don't know what our third race is going to be. But that does give us a chance of just getting massively escalating herb and root production. On the other hand, we have to commit to a farm. We have to get biscuit production up and running. It's kind of rough. I think I'm going to go with the prayer book because faster glade events are key to winning. And I'm kind of wishing I'd taken that urban root production perk, but I didn't, so no use thinking about it now. Let's go ahead and grab, I think, a distillery. Well, let's go ahead and take a ranch. Got a distillery and a ranch. And with a distillery and a ranch, the herb garden, I feel like the game is trying to tell me something, but I'm going to ignore it. We're going to take a carpenter. Having building materials is good. Having access to tools is good. And, of course, we'll get free... now, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, we will be getting some crystallized dew at least. I would love to get foxes in the coral forest. That seems really nice. We took a ranch, right? We sure did. So having an order that says, hey, have a ranch, have meat, and have leather to get... 2 people's not that great, but +1 leather production's pretty solid. And free meat. So we have to have meat, but if we have meat, we can get more meat. That's nice. Rebuilding is a bit of a crapshoot, so we're going to go ahead and take ranch life. Complete 2 glade events to get people. I don't love that one. Let's take the glades. Ooh. Complete 2 dangerous or forbidden glade events in 11 minutes. That's a lot to do. Gives us a butcher. I don't think I need a butcher. I think what I want here is we'll go with the trading post so we can get the most parts. Parts are, of course, necessary for camps. Camps are great, and they are very expensive on the parties. The parts. It just takes a lot of them. So that's how that's going to go. Is this a 3x3? It is a 3x3. So what we want to do is we want to do that. And we want to do a little bit of this. Let's go ahead and mark this here. Drop a ranch like so. A little bit of a road. Meanwhile, on this side, we're going to set up a carpenter. And we're actually going to say, let's do this carpenter first. I mean, it's a little late. I've already done the distillery, but still. You know what I mean. Now, of course, I'm leaving 3 lizards unemployed just so that they can gather wood. Or not gather wood, I'm sorry. Build our shelters, because we'll want those shelters as quick as you please, just so we can increase the level of our hearth and improve the happiness of our people. We are running out of fuel non-stop because the shelters are pretty expensive. We should probably go ahead and grab a crude workstation here. We'll also not want to forget our blight post that we will certainly need. Well, look at that. We'll be able to open up our glade. Let's just go ahead and push through the storm. There we go. And let's drop 2 lizards in here to start collecting some meat. Meanwhile, that just needs planks. This just needs planks. So let's say we want to build up to 8 planks and nothing else. And we'll put 1 lizard in there for now. The idea, of course, is that by gathering meat out of the trapper's camp, we will be able to get the planks that we need, have the other resources kind of ready to go, so that as soon as we build the ranch, we can turn in the ranch life order without having ever used the ranch. Okay, we'll take this just because it gives us parts and a human. I think we're good otherwise. Ooh, free barrels or minus hostility. Let's go ahead and take the minus hostility, because minus hostility is just such a powerful boost. We're also going to shift this a little bit closer. There we go, we are in. So what do we need to do? We can cut this down, and it just spawns Blightrot Cysts. Lowers hostility if we get it. Okay. And this is a bit more advanced than we have. Like, we could... No, we don't have the Purging Fire. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to take 2 lizards. And we're going to have them cut this down. We're going to take our loose beaver and have him make planks. 120 seconds. It takes 3 minutes. So we should be getting through that pretty quickly. And there's a nice pile of coal here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys and just shoot them right over here. Being able to mine coal means we'll be able to move on to a better fuel source. Have a butcher deliver 20 oil. Butcher can make oil. I don't think I already have... Yeah, I don't already have a butcher. And none of my orders currently give me a butcher. Alternately, 8 packs of crops is kind of hard to do when you don't have a farm. 10 comfort decorations. I mean, it gives parts and it makes humans happy, which is pretty nice, but I think this is easier to do than locking us into a specific building that I don't know if I'll get. And of these, I would definitely rather have... Ooh, level 1. Level 1's not hard, with 3 different trade places. Even if they did change trading to require an amount sold. We are almost out of food. That's not good at all. If we go to consumption, let's say that we're not allowed to eat meat. Because I need to keep that meat out until we can build a ranch. No, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I'd rather not have people starve. Well, this is almost done. It's going to give us a... No, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, I changed my mind again. The idea is we're going to get 40 insects here, right? So all we really need to do is make the ranch. Meanwhile, for building materials, I'm going to fire this guy so that he can make our carpenter, and then I'm going to put him to work in the carpenter making planks. This should be good. I hope y'all are having a great night. I'm having a pretty good day. Kind of stressed, a lot of stuff to do, but you know. Fertile soil. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so we just need planks, and we've got a carpenter going now. We've got a decent amount of wood coming in, so that should, in theory, mean that we will be able to get this and this in plenty of time for everything that we need it for. You guys coming on that withered tree. Shockingly enough, we still have housing and everyone's pretty happy, so I can just power through a second storm in a row. That's a pretty good spot to be. Not mad about that. I think I should probably turn down my desktop audio, though. This soundtrack is a lot louder than I expected. There we go. Hope that sound setting works fine for all of you. The goal, of course, for music is to be just a nice thing in the background, not the main thing you're listening to. Hello. Let's go ahead and set ourselves to 100 planks. And let's just say we want to do planks first, and then do tools. And we can make those tools out of whatever. But don't make packs of luxury goods for anything. Ooh, scaling meat is really nice. Let's go ahead and do some scaling meat. This is a tough call because I would love some more humans for their sweet production bonuses on food, but I would also like bonus wood. So we're going to take the bonus wood. And now we can turn in this order. And now we can go to our consumption control, turn meat back on because that's the only food we have. Let's see here. We absolutely will do this. We will do this and this. And that looks good. So let's go ahead and stick 2 in here. We're going to turn off planks. And in fact, we're going to delete that. And we're going to say... Oop, no. We want up to 20 of each of these, of which we will do clay and then stone. And for this, we are only going to use leather. There we go. And then if we need to, we will make pipes, but we'll make only up to like 15 pipes, which should be enough, and only if we already have everything else. Okay, that should get us started. And at this point, I think we need more food. So I'm going to go ahead, and even though it's just a little bit wasteful, we're going to set that up. On top of that, I probably should get a couple more temporary housing going. We're going to be able to push into that glade next year. That's a pretty good place to be. The manufactory is really nice, but so is the leather. Ooh, the leather worker or the kiln. Well, the kiln primarily gives me coal, and I'm going to be able to mine coal. So I'm going to take a leather worker here. On top of that, the leather worker. So let's not make any fabric. We're just going to make bricks. But of course, before making any bricks, we're going to drop a lizard in there, tell them to make 10. And since we don't have many blights, that should be pretty good to get us started. Now, if we're going to have... Yeah, that works lovely. Okay, that's just beautiful. And then we can put a mine like that. Get that nicely lined up along the side there. There's our farm fields, which I won't be able to take advantage of yet, but you know, that's fine. It's alright. Use drizzle water to get people. Open 3 dangerous glade events within 20 minutes. Oh, monastery is a nice reward, but this is a rough thing to try to do. We have to do 2 in 1 season. Let's go ahead and do this. Rebuild or salvage 2 ruins. Sure. We are now looking for ruins. Twice. Because we need it for this, and we need it for this. So hopefully we'll find some. And let's go ahead and bring these around the back here. We're going to try to clear out that area. Okay, we should have enough fuel to make sure that we don't destroy our town. You guys are out of stuff to make. Okay, well, how about I fire you and have you just work on shelters? So we can get those up before the storm. Food's coming in nicely. Oh, I made this too long. That's fine. We'll just put some, like... Yeah. We'll just put some decorations in there. Everybody's housed, so that's good. Only the lizards should be unhappy. No, beavers are too, I guess, but that's... Alright, if I throw 2 more lizards in there, we should be able to reduce the amount of cysts pretty quickly. Now people are happy again. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves permission to open up this glade during the storm. I don't think it'll be for very long. Trapper's Camp is out of stuff to trap. We've got a lot of farm fields. That's pretty nice. Do we have any more parts? Not yet. We do need to make it a trader's camp, but you know, one thing at a time. Wood comes in faster, but harvesting and planting is slower. Gain free amber. Protected trade lets us lower hostility through trading. Let's do protected trade. Lowering hostility is just so good. We'll come back to that. Let's go ahead and drop 3 beavers in here. We do need to get a trading post going soon. Okay. Need containers to get amber. Or we can do it this way if we have purging fire. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take that because it has stuff. The ability to grow crystallized dew could be pretty big. Okay, so first off, let's get rid of you. Throw 2 beavers there. So all my beavers are on wood cutting stuff. We want to kick you out and make you human so we can get the 10% chances for bonus production. That doesn't let us do anything. Put 2 lizards in here. Let's delete this. And in fact, we are going to then put a harvester's camp here. And then we will do some beaver houses like so. And add in a nice row of bushes. The existence of coal gives us some more options as well. Ooh, the existence of second coal is also quite nice. Okay, now you guys just need a little more purging fire, but we are getting it. Oh no, a blight rot cyst appeared. What are we going to do? It'll be fine. Okay. Now the plan is to delete those so that we can put in a trading post here. We have so many 3x3 like building slots that are just being left open, but it'll be okay. Obviously the plan is to open that glade up next year. That's being worked on. It'll be finished before we hit the storm, which is excellent. Oh no, the fire's going out. Let's go ahead and give permission to burn coal. We might as well. There's our trading post. Hi, Zorg. Oh, you're willing to sell me a farm? That's actually really good. Planting crops is faster, we don't care about, but the farm and the woodland speed are both great, and I am getting so much free resin that I'm just going to sell resin. That sounds amazing. Everybody in this town eats nothing but meat, so we're just going to slay meat and call that good. Thank you so much. So looking at our buildings, we still need a leather worker. How are we coming on this stone? It's almost done. I would really love... No, I didn't want you. I wanted this. I would really love to be able to start making some more housing, some specialized housing for these people. 20 harmony decorations or a cellar? Now we got a distillery which can make wine, so all the cellar gives us is inefficient pickled goods. So we're going to go ahead and go with this option. Oh no, more blight rot cysts. They're almost done. And there we go. That's another order from the queen. We've already got access to tools, so this just gives us coats. The herb garden's not bad, but again, we got a small farm now, so this would just give us herbs. Still not bad. The supplier would let us make flour, but we've already got efficient planks, so I don't love it. I feel like of these, I have to go with the brewery. Ale pickled goods. Yes, definitely the brewery. This stone is done, so we can move it down here, and we can then build a leather worker with a road. And then over here, we can do a brewery. Pretty good. We're going to stick a lizard in here. Tell them to do fabric only, but you can do as much fabric as you want out of leather. Meanwhile, let's go ahead, let's shift this to this side. Let's shift this here. We're going to put 2 lizards in there and say, hey, you know what, just make bricks. Bricks are great, bricks are life. We want some bricks going. Okay. We're going to leave those, but we're going to fire these. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in here. And let's see, we do have 20 planks. Let's go ahead and upgrade that so we can be certain we'll have coal for a while. Lizards are unhappy. Well, I mean, a lot of them aren't even housed, so that would make sense. And actually, given that we're burning coal, I'm going to fire these guys too and favor the lizards. And let's start thinking about getting some more housing down, shall we? Yeah, we're going to move our wall down this way. Because what I'm going to do is behind the lizard housing, we are going to put in a row of human houses. That should help. I mean, it'll take a while because we don't even have brick production right now, but it'll help. Fourth beaver. We are out of planks, so let's go ahead and do this. Porridge production increases by 1 for every 150 use. I mean, I have to be making porridge, and only humans like porridge, so no thank you. Woodcutting speed increases for using rainwater. I guess we can start planning on using rainwater. That sounds fun. Ish. To rebuild this, we'll need some planks. Let's go rebuild it immediately. We want as many humans as possible, but in this case, I guess that means that. That's good. Let's add some beavers in here. And the small foragers camp is out of stuff to forage, so let's just stick it somewhere out of the way. Get out. And we'll drop 2 lizards getting the harvesting out of this harvesting camp. Okay. Tools. Or meat and hostility. Well, I guess we have to go with the meat and the hostility. If we unfavor lizards, they'll be unhappy, but they shouldn't lose happiness fast enough to cause any problems. How much bonus meat do we have? +2 already. Forester's hut has nothing nearby, but that is an order. So let's go ahead and turn this order in, shall we? That's the other thing. Lizard happiness can go up now because we've got materials. Let's add a second lizard. And that's our second building that we can do stuff with. Now, we don't have anyone who needs tea, and only beavers like wine, so I think we're actually better off salvaging this one. Let's go ahead and favor lizards real quick, which will lower the happiness of the beavers. But there we go. Everybody's good. Now we've got gates, so what if I were to do this? Just make a nice gate down there. We're going to replace these with actual houses pretty soon. Let's go ahead and drop a beaver back in here making planks. So going to have fabric, going to have bricks. We're going to go ahead and scavenge this. Next trader shows up in just a minute before the storm hits. Solid economic base. We do need to start doing trade routes at some point. And we also, of course, need to be thinking about another hearth. Okay, very few people are unhoused. Now between 6 and 8, that is 14. That's 14, so 28 people, which means we've got way too much housing for this territory. Or, I mean, too much doesn't really hurt you. But still, we have more than we need. Hey, how you doing? Advanced rain collector is not a bad idea. Bonus coal's pretty good. Actually, there's a lot of really good things here, and of course we want 10 amber on top of it all. But we do need to do trade routes anyway. think what I want to do is go for 31, if possible. And since we can make tools, I'm going to sell all of that, and that is more than I need, so that's pretty cool. We don't need bricks. Maybe I just lower how many tools I sell. Add in some incense that I'm pretty certain I'm getting for free. And that is going to fix our fuel issues. We're also going to switch this over to that. Bring this way. And, ooh, artifacts. Absolutely do that, please. Pretty soon here we'll need to start thinking about a couple of things. And one of them we need to think about is farm. Now, of course, the advantage to farms is we'll be able to then power our ranches, which will make sure that we never run out of food. So that's fun. Complete 5 trade rounds worth at least 16 amber to get wine, tea that's worthless, and training gear that's only useful for lizards. Let's go ahead and take the playing with fire. That should be pretty solid. And we want to look at where we can put another hearth, because this first town is just about done, and we should probably set up a farming village over here. Now, obviously, this is our best spot for tessellation, just to, to nicely fit in together. That would be pretty good too, but it would cut into our farmland. So, moving this is pretty cheap. I just don't have the planks yet, but I will. So the plan is to move this somewhere else. Move this just around to the side. Like we can move this part now, and we'll set up a hub down here for a little farming village. That sounds pretty nice. And fairly soon, I need to start thinking about packs of provisions. You know what else we should do? This is a harmony building, and I can just stick it right there, and that's fun. Okay. Makeshift post. Yeah, we'll do a makeshift post like that. We've got tons of meat, so provisions shouldn't be a problem. We are going to go ahead and fire our brigade. But only for now, because next season, this is going to be our next dangerous glade. And we're going to fire these guys. That should be good. Meanwhile, to upgrade this, we don't have the planks, we do have the bricks, and we have pipes. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. Just lock it in. So we'll have 450 coal. Should leave us pretty good on coal. And what we're going to do is now that's just going to get us the rest of the way. Let's go ahead, because we're so close, we're just going to go ahead and rehire our woodcutters now, get the wood chopping going as soon as possible. Yeah, we definitely want humans for the farming. Newcomers coming faster, no thank you. Detect corruption. Workers have 15% higher chance of producing double yields when the hearth's expected corruption rate is 200% or higher. That seems a lot. Global resolved by 3 for 60 cents every time you finish a trade route. Yes, please. We do want to start doing a ton of trade routes. So that sounds great. Don't do packs of crops. Do packs of provisions, but do them out of meat and set a cap of, we'll say, 12 for now. We're going to add 2 more beavers in here making planks. Okay. Now to solve this, we can use fuel, which gives us some building materials, or we can use resin and get something that decreases hostility, but it does increase hostility for a bit. Let's go ahead and do this one. That sounds really nice. This is going to anger the beavers, but it's going to take a little bit. I like the ominous music that says, hey, people are trying to leave. That's really helpful as an indicator. I can, of course, also happy burn. I don't really want to. But hey, we can do trade routes now. Show only the available ones. Yeah. I'm doing this with resin, right? Yes. Good. I wanted to just make sure I'm doing that correctly. Hey, been watching your Iron Man videos on YouTube. Really like the way you talk through decisions. Thank you for all your help getting me to higher difficulties. Hey, I'm glad I'm helpful. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate the comments. They help me feel like I'm not talking to an empty void when I've got a silent chat. Let's go ahead and remove this. Not enough. Okay. Okay, so what if I do that? Can I do this? I can. Good. Good. That should help us stabilize a bit. Meanwhile, these guys are praying to the shrine, which will anger the Queen Mother, but that's fine. Alright, we've got that order locked in. Okay, we turn that in. Get another building. I mean, we have... Ooh, okay. This is actually tough, because the furnace will let us have bricks, and bricks finishes out our 3rd building material building, and I love having efficient building materials. Also, lizards like pie. Humans still like pie. So it would give us an advanced food type. The butcher, I did not take the order that requires the butcher, so we can ignore this. That's good. Rainmill would give us flour, which would open up the ability to do biscuits and pie if we get buildings for biscuits and pie. But it doesn't let us get biscuits or pie on their own, and of course the tavern will let us get to a tier 3 hub. And tier 3 hubs are great. It'll also let us provide ale to beavers and humans and wine to beavers, and we do have that distillery in that brewery. So we've got a bunch of really good options here. And frankly, I think I need to go with the tavern for the economic boost of getting to a chance for double production. So we're going to go ahead and grab the tavern. And we are going to give ourselves another gate. So we'll take this wall, we'll stick it on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, make a corner. And we're going to make a road. And over here, we're just going to put a pair of lizard posts, which will get us all the harmony buildings that we need. So it's just down to comfort at that point. Trade route. Yes, I will absolutely sell you some bricks. Do I have planks? No. Alright, let's grab our harvester's camp. And we're going to move you over to this. This town is pretty. I like it. It just looks great, and we're getting so much bonus meat. Trade routes. Yeah, let's sell some meat, and oh, we got free barrels. Let's actually wait a minute. Let's try to get some more packs of provisions before we sell any barrels. But we can certainly turn in this. Okay, so the supplier will again give us flour, but we don't need the planks. The clan hall would give us brawling and religion, and that paired with a tavern gives us a lot of our services. Trade routes. Rights. Let's do that. It's almost done? Yes, it is almost done. For Abjus Day. And we need planks to come in. What do we still need planks for? Well, the tavern, obviously. That would make sense. Stop favoring lizards. Let's put a little bit of a road right here. Which is a bit silly, but that's okay. And we'll build roads around the farm. Sahilda, hey girl. Reputation point, I don't think we need. Fuel burning longer is always nice. Bonus flour production for when we get a flour building is pretty good too. So if we can get 24 amber, I think I can afford to sell you tools because I'll be able to make them. But first let's start with the resin and then sell you tools, but maybe not all of our tools. Maybe just a little bit less resin. Trade route. We are not selling machinery. Like, that is just too good. Too good to sell. Okay. Now, obviously, we're going to eventually put a mine here. And with a mine there and 2 farms, I think it makes a lot of sense for us to put a... How do I want to do this? Because I want to do this here. Just like right here. And if we're doing that there, then it makes sense for us to put the... Yeah. Okay. Okay. We are going to put a warehouse here. Okay. Blightrot cysts appeared, which should be fine. Yeah, we're totally fine on Blightrot cysts. And we can do a trade route, which is pretty... right, same trade route. Why is it pausing? Still waiting on planks, of course. Storm. But the hostility's not that bad, probably because I've been selling stuff. Oh, also because I don't have any woodcutters, which is probably why I don't have planks, too. Funny how that works. Let's go ahead and just drop a ton of humans in the small farm. And we will actually tell them to just make grain. And then we're going to make another ranch. And we're going to make that second ranch... Well, honestly, we're going to make it here. So, we will need to not open up another glade next year. can focus on just consolidating the tools we already have. Let's go ahead and trim up this edge. Just a nice little edge trimming there. Should be good. Lizards are unhappy, but I'm kind of okay with it. We are out of wood, so we can't make planks, which is annoying. We have tons of coal. We have decent amounts of crystallized dew. We've got lots of fabric. And of course, we've got free barrels. So let's sell our free barrels first. And as many fabric as we can, because selling stuff is lowering hostility of the forest. And if we can prevent ourselves from hitting hostility 4, that's just going to be so very, very good. This ranch, you know what? Let's put it, well, no, that's actually fine. That is actually fine. Yeah. We'll use grain for food. For everything else, there's leather. I know that's not the way the slogan goes, but it should be okay. And you know, we've got enough parts that at this point I feel like I can justify a third woodcutter's camp. So we're going to. Let's go ahead and knock this out. What do we need? We mostly need humans, so we'll go with the pack that's mostly humans. Grain, have escalating grain on top of our escalating meat? That sounds ridiculous. Free ancient tablets is a good way to get money. Let's go ahead and do just escalating grain. That sounds silly. How much stone do we have? Plenty. Oh my god, we've got so much stone. Let's drop one of these and do this instead. And we're going to make this a lizard. And let's also, while we're here, distillery, brewery. We can use the brewery to make, well, ale, obviously. But we also want to do pickled goods. And in fact, I think we want to do pickled goods first. So what we're going to say, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Do I need packs of crops? I do need packs of crops. Okay. Seems inefficient. But what we're going to do is we're going to say 8 packs of crops. And then we're going to do pickled goods out of vegetables, which you're like, we're not making vegetables. I know, we're about to. It's fine. And then we will make up to 100 ale, and that should be good too. What we're going to do is we're just going to change this. Oh, that one is allowed ale, and that one's just doing grain. That's exactly what I was going to change it to. So everything is pretty solid there. Need a few more trade routes. We'll favor lizards. Looks solid. Now, the beavers are unhappy, and they're threatening to leave. Oh, hey, trade route. Leather, really? Yeah, we will sell you leather all day. That sounds amazing. Low on food. Well, shucks. I think we'll be okay, though. And we've got this out of the way. So we want to say we want a mine. And we want another ranch. Once we figure out our plank situation, things are going to get a lot better. We're not happy burning it all, right? Yeah, now, of course, a helpful viewer from the YouTube channel pointed out that there is a halo when you're happy burning. So I'll have to start paying attention to that. Okay, 3 humans. And how far away are we? Oh wow, that's perfect. Without really thinking about it, we just completely hit what we needed to for that to be a tier 3, giving us that nice chance of bonus production. Swing this around here, clean up that edge. That sounds pretty good. Trade routes. I can sell coats. I can sell 5 tools. Seems nice. Seems like a good way to do things. We've got 20 pipes. That's good. We've got 26 bricks. That's also good. We are, of course, out of planks because we're always out of planks. But now we're out of planks in a better position than when we were out of planks before. Farm field's looking real nice. Okay, and now that I've got enough bonus planks, we're going to move this forester's hut and just park it here alongside the foragers' camp. And I know there's more fertile ground up there. Actually, there's veggies here that we can be eating in the near future. And we can absolutely make ourselves our second hearth. That's why we cleared out this area after all. And we are going to run a road from here up to here. And let's see, what do we have that's not housed? Well, we've got some humans that are not housed. Maybe do a little bit of that. And I think some golden leaf plants sound like a really fun idea. So that's what we're going to do in that little gap there. Alright, we've got this order that we can turn in. And for trade routes, tons of fabric. So now we're making a decent pile of money. Hostility's way down. Hostility's about to go down further once we get some planks, because what else would we need? Let's go ahead and finish this road. How are we looking for stone? We've got tons of stone, so I should think about upgrading my roads soon. Drop a lizard on the hearth. And we should probably grab, let's get some beaver housing right over here. Seems like a nice place for a little beaver village. And then, because the idea, of course, is that beavers would love to work the mine. And then we're going to do a little bit of human housing there. And let's see, we can, I think, do a little bit of fencing. What if I did fencing the other direction? Yeah, maybe I don't use fencing at all. No, I like fencing. There we go. I know it's a little wasteful on the wood, but I've got 3 woodcutters going, so I think we'll be okay. And in that little gap, I am feeling like we should do an anvil. Why not? And maybe a couple of cages. That sounds fun. Trade routes. Ooh, crystallized dew. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell a bunch of that. We've got so much of it. We should be okay. Another order going in. Ooh, okay. Okay. So, if we can get the bakery, then we need a flour building. But if we can get the brickyard, then we've got bricks. Let's go ahead and do the brickyard, because having access to efficient bricks will finish off our efficient buildings. So literally the only thing we're going to need this for, yeah, I don't know why I'm slurring. Literally the only thing we're going to need this for is going to be pipes. Let's go ahead and move this here. And can we? We can. But this requires us to have drizzle water. Well, there's a drizzle water geyser right there that we can make. And we can run a road straight to it. And meanwhile, hi Dullahan. I seem to have found myself with a bunch of money. Ooh, okay. Alright. Not mad at that. That sounds great. Okay. Burning longer, that's pretty good too. If we were to go, let's see. We finished our packs of crops, so we don't need packs of crops anymore. Get out, and that should be good. We're going to go ahead and add this. We're going to go ahead and add this. So the only packs that we need are those. That's pretty good. Standing levels looking okay. Can we get 18? I think we can get 18, sure. If I sell this and I sell all of that, that's pretty close. Maybe add in scrolls. Scrolls get us there. What do I want to get rid of? Let's go ahead and take out incense, because I actually could use incense maybe at some point in the future. We'll sell you 1 pottery, 2 pottery. Okay, yeah. That's very nice. Trade routes. We'll just sell eggs. Keep getting the money. And we can put 2 humans up here. And we can turn in another order. We're just powering through orders at this point. Press gives us the ability to do flour. Herbalist Camp gives us the ability to do herbalisms. Plantation gives us the ability to grow berries. I don't think we need plant fiber for anything. But berries could be good, because that would let it give us something that we could put inside of pie or biscuits if we get pie and biscuit buildings. Could be good. Oh look, more stone. Let's bring this down here. Let's bring this way. And along with that, we also want, well, no, let's wait till the housing that we have ordered goes up. Trade routes. Yeah, let's sell some of that and some of this, just to keep it going. Stonecutters, yeah, we did that already. Forester's hut, we know. What do I want for a building, though? Clothier could be good. The press is fine. I don't love any of these, but I think... yeah, I think a plantation is actually our best bet, given the buildings that we already have and the fertile ground that we found. Everyone's resolve is low, but if what I do is I come over this way, and we say, you know what, you guys are going to open up this glade just as soon as we hit the next year. And we come over this way, and we say, you know what, you guys are going to open up the glade just as soon as we hit, well, you know, at this point it doesn't matter, I'm just repeating myself. We do that. We're looking at 135 wood. And that will keep everybody happy through the entire storm. I might not even need to do that. I might be able to get away with, yeah, not happy burning. I love the coral forest. It's just such a fun time. Once our housing goes up, we'll have a... you know, I think this is going to be kind of ugly. On second thoughts, let's delete it. Let's just not, and let's just run like a road back here. Maybe put some... Let's put a chest. That'd be funny. What do we need? Mostly humans. So I guess we'll take mostly humans. We've got spare beavers now, so let's go ahead and put a spare beaver in here. Gain 20 reed, 20 clay. Free skewers for pickled goods. Free skewers for pickled goods sounds amazing. I know the extra trade route showed up too, and that would have been nice, but I didn't do it. I don't want to sell that much stone because I want to do stone roads. Sell that. Go to trade routes. Trade routes look good. Go here. Go here. Go here. We will put just one lizard in there. We're going to put 2 lizards in here, and we're going to power this entirely off of grain. Looks good. Not what I wanted. Let's set a cap of 200 leather. I don't imagine that I will ever need more than 200 leather. Okay. Now, do I have anything not being worked that can be being worked? Yeah, well, for one thing, I've got all these down here. Hey, Citadel resources. Is there any more caches? Yes. Let's investigate that. For this, we can have Blightrot cysts show up. We don't really need parts, so I'm kind of okay going... Oh, wait, no, we can do this with reeds? Let's do this with reeds, my word. Knock that out. We need planks. Of course we do. Planks are the only thing we ever need. All I need are planks. Okay. We are going to look at... And the sky is gray. Anyway. I mean, it's kind of true. And we will do like a little village area down here. Let's drop 2, I guess, humans making bricks out of primarily clay, and if not clay, then stone, up to 100. But don't make pottery and don't make crystallized dew, because we're going to be able to grow that. Human house down here. So 4, 5, and 4 is 9, plus 2 gets us to 11. So I guess I could justify 2 more houses. You know, I was gonna pause it because we're over an hour, and it's a little bit late now, so I think we're just gonna have to go ahead and end the video right at this point. So let's go ahead and turn off all of this. If you're watching on YouTube, remember you can catch this live Monday and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern over on twitch.tv/DreadCanary. I would really appreciate it if you gave it a like, a subscribe, a thumbs up, a share, anything that you needed to really boost that algorithmic engagement for me. I'd certainly appreciate it. Anytime my schedule changes, I could post that to at Twitter at GhostFinchMedia. And I hope you're having a great day. And I'd love to see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube.